It was the sister act that won the hearts of Australians during the Paris Olympics. Following Jessica Fox's slalom double gold, younger sister Noemie, under enormous pressure, stepped up to complete a clean sweep of the women's canoe events for her family with gold in the kayak cross. Fabulous emotional scenes as Jessica embraced Noemie after that win, one of the great Olympic moments. And what a real treat to have Noemie with us in the studio. Welcome. And congratulations.
Thank you. It's so great to be here and to, finally be back in Australia after such a long time and talk about the Olympics again. You know, I wonder when I'll stop talking about it really.
About 5 minutes before the next one.
Yeah.
Well, before we get to the Olympics and that amazing moment and what you have achieved, what about today? You were at the Royal Barbie, weren't you?
I was at the Royal Community Barbecue in Parramatta, which was, such a great thing to add to my calendar today. We did not expect it to be as hot as it was, so I was very sweaty in my Olympic blazer by the time the King came to the end to shake my hand. Wasn't sure if it was nerves or just sweat from the 30 degrees, but it was really nice to meet him.
Wow. And you were okay getting your little hand around those big sausage fingers?
I actually got my nails done, and then I thought, you know what, I doubt he's going to be judging.
You actually spoke to him.
I did, and it was a bit longer than expected.
Yeah.
I think I was a bit nervous of, breaking royal protocol or saying something wrong. But yeah, we had a great conversation. I told him how my dad actually got an MBE from the Queen in 1986, so he loved that fact. And then we talked about natural rivers for a while, and then he moved on when he lost interest.
I love
Thawing the French and English tensions.
Noemie, tell us about your Olympics experience, not just about your gold medal, we'll get to that, but about being a part of the village, being a part of the Australian Olympic team.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was such a dream for me to even qualify for the Olympic Games, and knowing how hard it was to get there, I really wanted to make the most and squeeze everything out of that Olympic Games experience. And, I told myself, I don't want it to just be defined by a result, which, now it kind of is, but it's a good ending. So, I really lived the opening ceremony, made the most of that. And when Jess was competing and winning her medals, I really let myself live that as a sister and a teammate, and not just, focus on my own racing and close myself off. So I just wanted to, live that magical Olympic experience that I'd always dreamed of, and it really was that. And I think, just the positivity and everything really helped set the scene and the tone for the racing.
What about the event itself? Because it's controlled chaos, isn't it?
It's controlled chaos. Yeah, I think what I love is you don't really know how it's going to unfold, and you've really got to kind of stay in your race, but also have that adaptability and control, and try get out in front and control your opponent. So very controlled chaos, so to speak.
And you get to celebrate over in Paris. Your family's all involved, everybody's there. Then you come home and you're Penrith fans. And the Panthers are flying. And they win a 4th premiership and you're in the dressing rooms. How was all of that?
What was better?
I think, I didn't expect to have so many fans that are, Panthers fans, but I think it's one of the sports that I've really enjoyed since winning the Olympic gold medals. I didn't realise, with that would come an NRL fan base. But I was at the grand final, had an incredible time, and to see Penrith win again was, really special. I felt like I had a bit of an emotional connection and attachment to them this year, and it paid off to an extent.
You've won everything.
What's it like coming from a family where everyone achieves things? Because that is so far removed from my experience, Do you feel the pressure? Because everyone's done something.
I know, and, I got asked this, we used to always get asked this, but before the Olympics, I had someone say, oh, what's it like being the only one in your family that's never been to the Olympics?
Brutal.
And you're like, not great. But actually, when I was on that final, and there's 4 of us in the final and 3 get medals, I was like, don't be like your dad, don't finish 4th. Which, we joked about that afterwards, and then we were all like, I'm sorry that we were saying that. But it's incredible to be in a family of, high achievers. It started out with Jess getting like a 99.1 ATAR, so she really said,
wow. Seriously, just gets
But
Did
yeah.
you feel the pressure building around that though? Like you can joke about it now because you've won, but was there a moment you were sort of going, oh?
You know, during the Olympics, no, I'd say, because I was so there for myself and so happy to be there and so proud and really wanted to like race to my potential that you'd hear, oh, you're next, you know, and you think, okay, but it didn't, you know, weigh on me. Whereas before, when it was pre-selection and they're like, don't worry, you've got it, you know, everyone's been, so you'll go too. That was a bit more of a stressful, like, you don't realise how hard it is to get in. So yeah, now I think during the Olympics, it was fine. It didn't affect me. I used it as fuel to an extent. So.
Don't be like Dad. That's the quote.
Was it a special feeling? I was going to ask this in French, but I'll keep it to English. Good thought, because Tony would probably sack me.
We are.
But anyway, being born in France, how special was it, you know, winning that gold medal at the French Olympics? Your mum, obviously French, so it's a big connection.
There was a huge connection. It was so special. I think, you know, walking away, actually, I did bring something to you.
Can you give it to Titus? Because
That is a power
he's from a
move.
family of
I should have brought my under-10s best club man trophy.
You can be first to hold. But walking away with a piece of the Eiffel Tower, I think, you know, it was so special. And we had this moment called Champions Park where you walk out and the Eiffel Tower's in front and everyone's, you know, watching and celebrating. And yeah, it was really emotional. I think it just hit me. And to have, you know, a bit of a French fan base. There was a French girl in the final. Obviously, they were cheering for her first. But then, you know, I took a bit of the cheers as
Well, do you know what? I've rarely seen the country be so happy and behind wanting someone to win a gold medal. Because of the success of Jess, everyone wanted you to win. Did you feel that, or you were just
focused? I really
focused?
did, and when they introduced us, even at the Olympic Games, they'd say Franco-Australien, which is French-Australian, so they really like lent into that narrative and supported us, and they knew that Mum had represented France.
Can I show you some cute vision? Yeah. This might be 2004, I think, when the Australian Olympic team came home, and there's Petria Thomas, and look at you go!
You know, Anna-Mies actually told me she loved my blue coat in that video. She says it after that, which cut out. But that was so special. And Rob Bell, who was on the canoe slalom team. So, yeah, that kind of I think it ignites that Olympic dream, and you hold one of those medals. Kind of glad they're a little bit bigger and heavier now.
Solid.
That is so good, Noemie. You should be proud. We are very proud of what you have achieved 100%. So far. May it long continue. Thanks for talking.
And I hope you've got security getting you home.
Would have been better if you asked a question in French. Coming up, our champ of the week is next. Stick around. Well done.
Thank you.